Presidente.
Welcome back to Let's Play Tropico with me, Squawker, and when we left off we had done a mission, because that's what we did. We're still in the beginning, at least the early stages. So what is our goal for this island? Well, we are going to mine it for every... Ooh, a bit of rain going on over there. We are going to mine it for every last little nugget of magical mineral, well not magical, but every last little bit of iron, bauxite and gold we can get our pickaxes on. And we are already making a healthy profit. We've already made over 44,000 Tropican dollars in profit, but there's still a lot to go. We need to make $400,000 in profit before the end of 1990. So far we are making headway into that, but we must also focus on the welfare of our people. So our construction workers are working around the clock to ensure that we have churches, clinicians and drinks. And also we are increasing our food stocks, as we are having a bit of a food shortage at the minute, so we are working to rectify that as soon as possible. So for now, as a quick fix, we are just setting up a little bit of a fisherman's wharf in order to bring some extra food. We're also building a market to make sure the food distribution is a bit more centralised as well. After that, we are going to work on improving our education and immigration by building a high school to produce educated workers to work in our church, and also for our immigration office. And then, Presidente, I have just been informed that the export prices of gold and all jewellery have increased by 10%. This could be very lucrative for us, Your Excellency. Very lucrative indeed. Just a shame that gold's on the other side of the island, where I can't quite mine it yet. Yes, there are supplies and golds and bauxite here that we ideally want to start. Oh dear, we've got a rebel on the island. That's not good. But yeah, we need to get to this part of the island at some point and start mining its resources as well, as iron alone probably could actually carry us to our goal, but iron won't last forever. I mean, we are probably already making some headway into depleting this, so we need to try and get a nice mix. Also, if, like, say, iron prices were to crash because we're flooding the market with iron, then, you know, we've got to be prepared for that. But we've also got to be prepared for rebels, it seems. Luckily, I have 2 soldiers on duty for now, so that might be enough. But I guess this time we maybe have to think about building a military. I mean, we didn't really have to worry about rebels on easy, but we are on normal now, so maybe they're going to start becoming a thing. I mean, they were a thing on Tropico 4, which is the only other Tropico I've played. But yeah, rebels on that game where you could control them most of the time, but sometimes they did start getting a bit annoying. There actually were some clever ways to trick them if you knew what you were doing. Still, we'll hopefully be able to be on top of that as soon as possible. We are just making sure. I mean, if the people are happy anyway, they probably won't have a reason to rebel anyway, but it's probably some pissed off person whose shack I just demolished to build a market, so do leave my sincere apologies there. But you know, we are increasing some housing provisions. Oh dear, your wife's got a bit old, hasn't she? Susan Putin, oh god, bloody hell. Let's just ignore that for the rest of our lives. Yeah, so still got some food coming in, but we haven't got enough coming in. This farm is barely working as far as I can tell as well. Maybe because I've built them quite close together, so that might be the issue there. We're hopefully just having this dock set up will work for us. It would be useful if our construction workers knew what they were doing, except I think they're all more bothered about the market now because, well, yeah, like I said, they just don't have... Never mind if they're on these construction workers, they just build what they want to build, if I'm honest. So, that's all well and good about to build what they want to build. I do need something to be producing the food. I mean, distributing the food, yeah, that's all well and cool. I probably should have just put it to medium priority, but... Oh, well, I guess they are actually building it now. At least I hope they are. I mean, I think yeah, he's digging quite fast now, so you must be... Yeah, he's getting better now. That's good. Our labourers are getting better at their job, so yeah, they're going to throw this market up in no time, it seems. I mean, it's only going to be made out of good materials anyway. So, back onto the palace, you know, they do have something nice to look at while buying their crappy rations, so now you're going to think about trumpets. Cool. By the way, import a worker for the market, please. How are we doing over here, by the way? Yeah, we've got some entertainment going on. Church is working relatively okay. And our doctor's office, we've actually lost one of our doctors, so that's a bit of a shame, but as long as we have at least one doctor providing healthcare, we should be okay. Remember, we don't believe in private health on Tropico, by the way. No siree, Bob. Right, anyway, we need that thing building, so guys, he's attempting to work on it at least. I don't know why he's attacking the sand or the thin air, but He's a special builder. He's got one of those psychic hammers that seems to erect a building from a distance. So, yeah, go him, really. Go him. Anyway, I think we are going to build one extra farm as well. And I did hear that the price of pineapples went up quite recently. So maybe we will grow a few pineapples. And basically, what we don't eat, we'll sell. Pineapple pickings aren't brilliant around here, but you know, we can grow a few here as well. So, yeah. Build a pineapple farm here and we'll see what we can grow in this back area. May as well just have a go at it, really. So yeah, there we go. We'll build a pineapple plantation. Got our fisherman's wharf set up as well, so if some people want to come and start doing some fishing for us, that's going to just bring us in some extra food and maybe even a bit of cash. It's all going nicely for us now. Very, very nicely. What else we got? Our choices. We've got clean waste disposal and back to the sea. Which actually halves our maintenance costs but will pollute beaches, and clean waste disposal, I guess, is just properly dispose of fish guts. We'll just stick with clean disposal. It's not like I'm running on a shoestring right now thanks to my massive mining profit. Threat to power has increased, however, though, due to the threat of a rebel on the island, and also there's now a minuscule USA threat because they're probably going to invade me for not producing enough metal for some reason. Average worker pay has increased a little bit. Happiness has now leveled out but needs to really start going back up. Got more citizens on the island. Profits, yeah, they're kind of at level pegging now. Income disparities increased a tiny little bit, up to 39%. Average age has stayed the same. Food quality is beginning to recover at least. Overall respect is still slipping though, so we need to work on that. Threat to power remains fairly low, but we need to really work on our relationships with the USA. Also, we are a bit unhappy about the lack of liberty on here as well. In terms of money, yeah, we're doing good. And we are now up to $57,000 in exports now. So, yeah, we are still making some real nice headway into accomplishing our goals. But I'm still worried that the game's going to try and dick me over at some point. I just feel that bit happening. Still, I put the pineapple farm on maximum priority because we need that to happen quite soon. And then we are going to work on the high school and immigration office, and then we're going to kind of do a bit of a housing drive next, I think. But we are going to also build our extra mines. We'll make sure we've got all the mines in Dicktown and Isla mines set up. We need one here, another one here, and then we are good for basically bringing in our iron. So then, yeah, we can work on our tenements, and then we can work on getting some power into the island to increase our things. We also do have a protester just protesting, so that's always brilliant for me, but she gave up at least. But yeah, we need to make sure, I mean, we're not going to come down hard on our protesters, but we need to make sure people are happy. So I'm going to try and play a bit more liberal, a bit more capitalist this time around, just because we are working with the USA, so I may as well make sure that our buyers are happy. You lot just get to work on, you know, making the terrain here nice, because I can never tell if it's up, down, here, all around, really, because, yeah, I just don't know. 2 new immigrants, by the way. We've got our market worker to start distributing the food, and we've also got Salty Jim the sailor with embarrassing flip-flops, but oh well, he can start bringing the fish in for my people, so I will allow him to do that. How we're doing over here, by the way. Church is still working fine. Clinic is seeing to its patients. Farm will be done soon. Then we can start educating our citizens. And then, yeah, it'll all start building itself together. It'll all start knitting together in one nice yarn ball or something. And then we can start working on just, you know, having, you know, we only really need a minimal military just to deal with rebels, but we'll see how that one goes. That might just be a one-off rebel. We may be able to maybe solve it by way of an edict or something. Or at least just, you know, stem it at its cause and just keep the people happy, and then that should be fine by me. I wonder where the rebel's hanging out. Maybe somewhere in the forests. Isn't that seagull? So I think our soldiers actually gone out looking for him, so wherever they are, we're coming to get him. We've also got this old colonial fort as well. What can we do with this? We can build it into a museum, a dungeon, or a artifact dig. We are probably going to go for a dungeon when we get around to building this up, because then we can use it to imprison people who are getting into crime, because we do have a bit of a crime factor on this island, in that my presidential traits actually do increase the amount of crime we have on the island, so
the treasury is doing well.
I know it's doing well. It's doing very, very well, because we are just making a lot of money mining shit, so we'll just keep that up, really. I mean, that's really our ethos. Our fisherman is now just hard at work doing his fishing. About to get run over by a great big freighter, but what do I care? Because a freighter's weird anyway. It just sort of like phases in and out of existence, if I'm honest. I mean, do I just strategically dodge him, or just going to plough into him? It's going to be the latter today. No, it's actually just going to bypass him. Where's it going? Hello? Oh wait, it's going to take long. Why do we always do the weird zigzag movement? I don't get that. Do boats actually do that? Part of me thinks they don't. I think that part of me is probably the correct part of me as well. I don't think boats do the whole ziggy-zaggy movement as they try to reverse in like some sort of bloody drunk driving car into some parking garage, but what do I know? Anyway, we've got a new farm set up, so we may be able to grow a few pineapples and maybe even sell the excess pineapples. So that will be very, very nice for me to get more food for the people. But I think that should be a sufficient amount of food now to keep us going up towards maybe about the 100 to 150 mark. So now we can get back to our job, which is building the high schools, building the immigration office, and then we will be able to work towards getting more miners set up, as well as maybe establishing a second construction office when we get the nice increased flow of immigrants as well, because I think we may need a few more people working on construction. I've also got this dude protesting me. What's his issue? Housing. Yeah. I know where he's coming from. We do need to start working on housing pretty soonish, so having a second construction office is going to be quite prudent quite soon, but it is really a case of when we've got more of a population boom coming in, because...
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Not happening. We don't really have a very high democratic expectation, and I don't wish to undertake one. It may annoy the USA, but honestly, yeah, I don't need a election right now, because I know I'm going to lose it, so I'll put it off till things are looking a little more favourable for myself, if you get what I mean. Anyway, you lot keep mining, because we seem to be getting more and more materials. I'll be looking forward to reading this year's almanac, because I did notice that quite a bit's been exported. Our money is just steadily increasing, but then again, at the same time, I'm not spending a lot, so maybe it's not expanding as fast as it can, and I should spend more, I guess, but at the same time, we just don't have enough construction workers to justify the spending. I'm not just going to start sticking foundations everywhere, because that's just the situation where nothing gets done on this island, really. But, you know, we can work on what we can work on. I mean, we've got a bit more iron to shuft off when the boat pulls in, but for now, how do we do in 1956? Well, the threat to power remains fairly low. The average wage is increasing to $5.77. Happiness has stayed the same. We've got 72 citizens now. Profits were down, however. Income disparity has increased to 51%. Average age has increased to 29. We've got 60 food quality now, so it looks like we've more or less now just basically recovered it. Overall respect is still dropping though, so that needs to be changed as well. Relations with Russia do seem to be slipping. But in terms of where we're up to now, we're up now $69,963 in profits, and did you know that all those numbers are multiples of 3? So that is really, really brilliant, and yeah, we are just once more cruising towards our goal. Hopefully this number may start increasing sooner as well, probably once we increase our mining efficiency, but for now we definitely have a nice strong foundation to be working off. So we are going to work towards that immigration office, get someone set up in there, get the high school up and running, and then I don't know why you were digging outside your stupid shack by the way, my dude. Why do we have a big table outside our fisherman's wharf? I don't get that. I don't understand what the table's for. Quite a few fishermen now actually, so I think we'll be able to export the spare fish. Nice to have some spare food, isn't it? I love having spare food. That's because I'm a fat bastard though. I do go to the gym. You can't prove I don't. Right, anyway. How are we doing? That boat's just pulled away. I want this immigration office to be built quite soon. Where are my workers at today? They are reporting for duty, or reporting away for duty. Oh, yeah, they actually are reporting for duty. Right, you lot, immigration office and high school. I want some education establishing on this island, and then we are working on El Presidente's drive to make housing a thing. I knew you were having a little fuck up there. Don't you try and hide it. So the immigration office is actually going up quite fast. So once it's done, I will recruit a foreign worker to start bringing in the peeps. set up an ad campaign. All dudes protesting at that boat. Angry man yells at the boat, or he yells at the sea. Because apparently he isn't getting enough health care. Dude, just go to a fucking doctor's, man. It's not full. The waiting room hasn't got a massive queue in it. You know, you're doing fine. Oh well. Right, anyway. New immigration to go in. Get a new high school worker in to start working here. And we will be able to... I don't know why we have all these boxes in our immigration office. Anyway, we are going to stick with open door immigration for now. Just so we can try and get some additional stuff coming in. Meaning we don't need to worry about skilled workers. Old and skilled workers will be fine for my purposes today, since we need more miners and more construction workers. So we are going to get that additional construction office set up as well. So we'll just stack them next to each other for now. So we'll put that there. I want the high school doing first though, so we're going to have that happen first, because I know what these people are like. They'll just focus on making sure they get their own reinforcements or something, because that's just the way construction workers work in this game. They only really think about themselves. They'll get someone else to do the work for them. Whereas I'd rather get this high school up now and start making sure we have an education program for little
Hola.
Maria over here. So, you know, I'm thinking of Maria. Since her strongest skill is being a child. Right. So we'll turn that child into a fully skilled priest or something. Actually, I don't think women can become priests in this game unless you have a sex change. Oh, actually, you can become an immigration officer or a teacher. There you go, you got a career. You can either work in bureaucracy or education. Good opportunities for all in Tropico. If not very equal, but, well, that's Tropican society for you here. I guess we don't really have a concept of gender equality. But, yeah, you're actually being paid the same amount of money. You're all getting $10, so, you know, don't come crying to me about your wage gaps, because I'll keep them even for now, unless the soldiers start complaining, and then I do kind of have to give them a raise, because they have guns and they can use them against me if they do get a bit too pissed off, so, you know. Right. High school is almost up and running, or at least I'd say that, if they will actually make some effort. By the way, I have noticed that you have decided to go and just fuck off and build this instead. Even though there's a... Oh wait, they're both low priority. Fuck's sake. Increase the priority of a high... Oh, actually, no, sorry. Just work on a fucking bloody construction office, and if you want it so bad. I don't want unemployment on this island. I don't think we even have unemployment on this island, but I'm pretty sure we're still doing quite well in that department. I mean, this person's job is actually now being a rebel, but yeah, we actually... Unemployment just isn't a thing on this island. That's good though, that is really, really good. That means we are having some real good stuff going on here. I mean, there's our new dock worker. Is he like... Yeah, he's going through...
The people are quite lawless, my president. Perhaps if you hire some police, things will improve.
That is coming up, my advisor, don't worry. Next priorities is police and housing. Because I do definitely need to get some police in. I could just build this dungeon as well, but yeah, it's a bit far. It's a bit of a hike to the island, if I'm honest. So maybe if we grow our city a bit more, we can try and encompass it in. For now, let's just get this high school up quickly, and then Presidente. Many of your people are complaining that there has not been free elections since you rose to power 8 years ago. If we don't hold elections, we wish public backlash. If people feel they cannot express their conscience or for or against you at the ballot box, they are more likely to take up arms against you now or in the future. So we can hold our election right now. It is even Stevens though, so I don't like that. However, I might just have enough money to swindle the people with a big tax cut. But even then, that's quite unreliable. No elections. The people are unhappy at this decision. Their expectations for free elections were somewhat low, so they're somewhat surprised, but not shocked by your decision. Because your people now feel they can't express their discontent through free elections, they are more likely to start an uprising, coup, or a ban. Yes, I'm still getting punished. And Presidente, it appears there is some rumbling of discontent from the officer corps. I suggest you may... Yeah, so yeah, we've now got a threat of a military coup, but look, I didn't want the election, right? Military pay is going up to $13. Clinician pay is going up to $15. Clinicians will remain the most well paid because they have the best education, so we need to make them feel special. Right, how are we doing? That's nearly done at least. Still, hopefully we can just keep the military sweet for a little bit. But yeah, I'm not having an election this time around. It isn't in my favour enough because Well, look, I have made some steps, but at the same time, you know, there's been a lot to do. This island had barely any infrastructure when we came here, so, you know, we've had to build it all up ourselves. Well, at least, you know, we have built up our mining profits, and there's a few more to come, yeah. I am noticing that output is getting a little slow, and it's not as fast as I want it to be, so we are definitely going to be paying attention to that, probably about 1960. I think for now, our priority is police station, 2 tenements, then we're going to start working on the mines again. Right, anyway, how are we doing? Threat to power has gone up to moderate now because we now have a low rebel threat and a very small threat of a coup and a slight US threat. So that's somehow calculated at a moderate because, yeah, well done me. Average worker pay is still increasing now. It's up to $5.82 now. Happiness is slipped again. That's not good. However, we do have 86 citizens now. Tourism, yeah, we don't care about that. Profits are slipping though, so yeah, we need to definitely start increasing output at the mine. We are still getting worse foreign relations. We are now not getting as much foreign aid, but we are still quite rich. We are now up to about nearly 80,000 in mining profits. So that puts us nearly 20% of the way to our goals, which is about where we're at in the game now. So we are once more on schedule for success. Now, I guess it is... Oh, Presidente. Margarita Gomez, local leader of the capitalists, has been voicing concerns about the heavy depend... Yeah, I know, we haven't built industry yet. It's going to happen at some point. Anyway, I know the people are a little unhappy, so... we are going to enact something nice for them. We are going to do... Where the fuck is Social Security? I know it's some... Ah, here it is. We're going to enact Social Security since we are going to be having students, and I know we have a few elder people, so this will just give them a nice little boost. So, you know, we're going to make sure our retirees aren't living in rundown shacks, even though they still will be, but, you know, there we go. We'll issue Social Security.
As you wish.
That might just increase the respect for me as well. So, and I guess I could go for a tax cut. It's only going to be 12,000, so it might just help me for a little bit. So, since I've got the money to blow, issue a tax
Right away,
cut as well.
Excellency.
There we go. That'll just buy us, you know, I mean, obviously if it was an election, it might buy me a few votes, but I think for now, that's just going to keep the people just a little happy. I mean, does anyone have anything to think about with my lovely new tax cut? I think I might stop protesting now. And Presidente, it appears rebel forces have launched an attack on your mine. Oh dear. Right, soldiers, you better be ready to defend the mine then, where that rebel has turned up. Where be the rebel scum? There's only 2 mines to pick for. Here she comes. So, what is your name again? And she's going to make herself El Presidente by the way, Miss Andrew says. Oh, but she hasn't rested. Oh, well, she's going to fall asleep in combat or something. Or she's going to win. Be one of those two. You going to take her down, dude? No? Oh, well, hold on, that was from fucking aimbotting crap. What the hell? Come on. Why is he fucking single firing his AK, actually? Right, we won, by the way. She's dead. We don't need to worry about her anymore, so well done you. What do you have to say about your victory? I got a raise. Yes, you did. Well done you, Alberto Estafan. I'll make you a hero. Or if I can. I don't think oh, by the way, the high school's done. Right, hire a high school dude or a teacher or whatever you want to call them. I think I'm supposed to be aspiring to do in my future. Right, police station. Got a lot of crime rocking up around here, so get that police station set up. We've got some new immigrants, and also alongside it, we're going to get a tenement set up to begin increasing our residential stuff. And we're going to put it here because we need to put it somewhere it's not on a mining zone. So we'll put that there, and we'll make the tenement happen first, just because, yeah, I need to get people out of the shacks and into somewhere nice. These pineapples are coming along very nicely, by the way. I hope we are selling a few, though, because I do want some pineapples to be sold. Because then that's more money for us. Right, as our immigration office... Oh, we got 2 working for us. Good. Probably have to be less dependent on hiring the foreigners now. Well, we are still hiring the foreigners, but you know what I mean. By the way, guys, if we could just put some dirt over that or something, that would be really nice. What was her last thought?
So sad.
Yeah, very sad that she died of being a rebel. Her last thought was, I'm dying because, well, she was very bad at fighting. By the way, she had a husband and kids that she abandoned. What a bloody selfish bitch, right? Her job actually is now just being dead. Well done, you. No one is gonna miss you. You were useless to society anyway. Right. So how we're doing? We've got the tenement to be set up. Have we got... Oh, we nearly got another full house of construction workers. We always have a booming construction industry on Tropico, don't we? I say that because they're fucking scamming me out of all my money. Right. We've got our first teacher set up, by the way, but we don't have any students unless you're about to become one. Are you on your way to become... And no, he's just off for a breath of fresh air. Why can't you go and learn things? Come on. Become a student already, you lazy kid. You stupid fucking swaggerwad. By the way, if you can read this, it says High School Dysfunction on Tropico, or something like that. I'm just going to call it the Dysfunctional High School. That still specialises in basketball and getting the ball stuck on the roof, so that's always fantastic. We've also got a picture of a toucan here as well. There's some benches and bikes. Don't know why we ride bikes on this island, because, you know, there's no such... Anyway, God, we've got 2 basketballs on here. We need to get better at basketball, you lot. I mean, we're not doing very well, are we? Like, not... Oh, there's a, oh wait, that's a bell or a satellite dish? I don't know. Also, by the way, it's been taken over by Cuba. Cuba's always rocking up and stealing our shit. Ugh. Bloody Cuba. Actually, Cuba's also claimed ownership of our immigration. Bloody hell, Cuba. This isn't your island. This is Tropico, not Cubico. Bloody Castro. If he's around yet, which I think he is. Right, how are we doing over here? Yeah, tenement's on its way up. We're starting to build that. F to the A, to the N, to the T, to the A, to the N, to the T, to the A, to the S, to the I, to the C. That spells fantastic. Does not spell fantastic because I'm crap at spelling, and I have declared at some point in this episode that I do want to become a teacher in the future, so I'll probably just not teach English. Right. We up here, we are doing good. New immigrants rocked up. We only get the one fucking immigrant now, so yeah, you two are really earning your paychecks, aren't you? Right, when's that almanac coming around? We're due it any second, aren't we? I just want to see how much money we're making, because I need to... Alright, how much money are we making? Right, well, first things first, threat to power is decreased because we killed that rebel. Happiness is actually beginning to recover, so woo. Average worker pay is up to $6.07 now. And average profits are, well, actually increasing this time. Income disparities increased to 54%, however. Average age is at 28. Food quality is skyrocketing a little bit, up to 66. Happiness, once more, on the way up. As is respect, it's gone up considerably, so I'm happy about that. People are unhappy with democracy and stuff like that, though, but I don't really care. Yeah, we're holding on here, and in terms of score, we are now actually getting close to 100,000, so yeah, we're on schedule. I mean, really, by the end of 1960, we want to be at least 1/4 of the way there, so we are definitely moving in the right direction. However, I do feel like we need to work towards getting a power plant set up, which means we are going to need to stock it full of college workers, but we are also going to need to make sure those college workers remain happy as well, so we need to make sure we've got some housing set up for them. So, yeah, the power plant is a big thing that I want to do, but I think for now, once more, just need to make sure we do have those basic welfare provisions in place. So, you know what, we're going to increase both of these to high priority as well, because now that we've got a lot of construction workers, they should all really just be working on a few different projects. Now we can, you know, we can have capacity to work on more than one thing at a time. Even if focus firing means one building gets done faster, I think sometimes we need to just spread our efforts a little bit. Still, new tenement is up. We've put the rent to the minimum for now, and it's getting a few people in. However, it is better quality than the block houses, so I'm definitely going to be kicking down block house rent now. It was good scamming them out of their money while it lasted, but yeah, I can't get away with all that stuff. And someone's protesting at the church. I don't know what they're protesting about, but they just gave up, so whatever. Right. Tenement's filling up quite nicely, actually, so that is good news for me. We'll see that. Look, another ball here. We just love getting balls stuck everywhere, don't we? No, I never like the roof on these. I mean, one, I don't know what horrible material we're using for the roof, but two, why is there fucking puddles of oil everywhere? Like, that ain't water, that's bloody oil. That was a boomerang, bloody hell. But that is oil, that is just straight up oil on the roof, so that is going to catch fire at some point, and I'm not going to be dealing with that, because I don't think we can even build fire stations, or if we can, I've been very neglectful, haven't I? Yeah, we don't have fire. we don't. Yeah, there's no firemen, so I assume there's no fires. New threat has just rocked up, by the way, with some new
The
immigrants.
island is disgusting, Presidente. Is there nothing that can be done for the environment?
Who cares? I only care about mining shit. Right. That police station's happening at some point, by the way, and we are going to stock that with homegrown police officers, by the way, who are going to be earning 10, not 11. They're going to be earning 10. But yeah, actually we are getting a few students through the system now. So yeah, they you know, they can just be homegrown police officers now. We don't need to be hiring from the foreigners anymore. So I'm cool with that. Police station is on its way up. It's going to take its time, but when it's done, it's going to look fantastic once more. So I guess the other building we want to work on is I want a second mine setting up here, just because we've got a lot of materials to mine, and I want one setting up here as well. Get the police station done first, though. No, I don't want to rename Dicktown. I'll never want to rename that. But yeah, we are going to work on a police station first because we've got students, you know, going through the system, so we want to make sure there's a job ready for them. I mean, yeah, they can become priests or soldiers, but I want to make sure we are getting, you know, I want policemen to start working for us because we need the police to do our stuff for us. So, you know. Right, how are we doing here? We're going to build it. More workers are rocking up to do my work for me, so that is good. I think our money is more or less good as well for this part of the mission. Actually, I wonder, you know, because I know profits. I mean, we are getting profits. I mean, we are making mad profits, but they could be faster. I'm just checking. We ain't the Teamster issue, isn't it? Yeah, not really. We haven't really got stuff like piling up, really. I mean, we've got some things piling up, but that's not like enough to make me think the Teamsters are not putting their backs into it. So yeah, I think we're doing fine for Teamsters at the minute. They seem to be working hard. I mean, well, Teamsters in this game always seem to work hard, but yeah, we've got a lot of stuff piling up at the docks actually. So this looks like profit. There's also a big silver thing there. I'm assuming that's going to be fish or golden pineapple. Well, not golden, silver pineapple. Either way, whatever it is, hopefully it makes me some money. Right, one of you two are going to rock up because I've got some money here that I need to cash in, please, to get closer to my goals. And, you know, I gotta make that money. Right, by the way, the tenement has filled up and we still got shacks on there, so we do need to build another one. The police station is done, by the way, so we should hopefully get a few police officers joining the force. Yeah, we have a few more tenements, so trying to find more places to squeeze these fellas in. Guess we could put a few here, so if we do one and... It's always hard squeezing stuff on here, but yeah, we'll do 2 here. These can be, well, it's still Easily Mines area, but yeah, they're not in the mining area, so they're fine. So yeah, we'll build those at some point, but you know what? Mines, just because they are mission critical, they always get to go first. Their pay rates are in line with everything else, so yeah, we're working towards our goals here. I mean, we're just going to get this set up, get a few new miners in thanks to our lovely immigration policies, and then we will be making even more money. Where was that? I think you were running there, mate. I think you were running off to a protest. I'm watching you. Can someone... Yeah, thank you. Thank you for exploiting the weird silver thing. I don't know what it is, but you keep doing it, you Cuban. Yeah, we're starting a lot of anti-Cuban sentiment in this island, but yeah, it's just that. Yeah, can you not protest? Can you protest somewhere else about your job and your house? I'm building you 2 better ones. What else can I do? I'll build even better houses one day, but for now, we got to check our Informe to see how we did at the end of this episode. As how did 1959 go? Well, 1959 had the threat to power remaining low, the average wage dropping a little bit, happiness remaining the same. We're up to nearly 100 citizens now, and profits doubled, so I like where this is going. In terms of people, income disparity dropped a little bit, down to 48%, probably because I cut police wages, because I'm a bastard. Average worker pay dropped though, like I said. Food quality is still increasing though, I'm happy about that. And respect has not budged, so yeah, that's alright. Still making some money off Russia, need to really work on relations with the US, I guess. And where are we up to mining profits? Well, we are I mean, I think we're ahead of schedule now. We are now on $107,000, 579. That is really fantastic, and well, the only way is up. I mean, we are now a quarter of the way through this mission, and we have done over a quarter of the work, so there's your logic. And we are going to be increasing our mining speed as well. We are going to build 2 more mine, well, 1 more mine, because this one's done now actually, so we just need to get the peeps working here. We'll build that one there, and then basically we'll have a nice fully functioning iron mine. We'll get these tenements done, and then we're going to work towards providing college education on the island, so people can start working in the power plant, which I will build. And then our next ambition will be set some stuff up over here, start mining out the bauxite and gold, if I haven't made enough money already. But that is where we are going to call it a day, my friends, so I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you on the next episode of Tropico. See you there.
Isn't it?